It's me again, Annette Nestler, Vineland, New Jersey, Cumberland County. I want to show you a poster, my first poster that I made, of what happened to me when I was 7 and 8 years old with my father's suicide and the death of my mother. But before I get to that, I want to point something out. I'm standing in front of the church. It's now called Divine Mercy after the church mergers. It used to be called St. Francis of Assisi. Imagine that. Francis. As in Pope Francis? What I want to point out, I'm standing across the street here from the main buildings. His mass is just let out. And look at the flood of cars. I came in here earlier and I couldn't believe the entire parking lot was full. And I had to ask myself, you know, what are these people thinking? Are they thinking? There's been a lot of stuff in the news. That one's racing down the street. I actually had come out here some time back with my poster. And look at all these vehicles. And I was standing on the front sidewalk, leafleting, asking Bishop Galante to release the names instead of continuing their cover-up of their predators. It was very interesting. I got the police called on me. Police came twice. The police came, and priest who was serving mass at the time came scurrying out before the rest of his flock could come out. Immediately came over to me and said, "You can't be here. These people are in denial." What a statement, huh? These people are in denial. I guess that's really nice for the collection basket, isn't it? People in denial. Anyway, it turns out I do have a right to be here. I stood my ground, leafleted. I found a lot of people were interested, willing to listen. And the police knew I was within my rights. So let's go over here back to my car for a minute, because I want to show you a poster that I made of what happened to me. This is it. This is me as a little girl. It's very hard to do this as I'm filming all by myself, so bear with me. I couldn't find a single person, not one single person to help me. Trying to figure out how I can hold this, be back far enough. I can't really lean it anywhere. That's me when I was a little girl, when it all took place, 7 years old. And I put on my poster, I remember, because I do. This is my father as a young child who had already been abused in the system, Philadelphia. So he was already a victim of child sexual abuse. By the time, this is him as a young adult when he arrived at this parish that I just showed you behind me. St. Francis of Assisi. St. Francis. Ha! Pope Francis, St. Francis. That's him as a young adult who was in so much trouble and so much need of help. He came to this church to see Father Richard Gerbino, Papa Rich, and get help. Well, this is my mother. Pretty lady she was. She tried desperately, because I remember, got those pictures from Ancora State Hospital, trying to get my dad help. She took us there. I have pictures at Christmas time of us playing on the playground at Ancora State Hospital, New Jersey. And I have pictures of my mother just looking horrible. She must have been down below 100 pounds and gaunt white, but to no avail. Because when my father tried to tell the story, nobody could hear him. Talked of a priest in Vineland and was told it's not known whether he's delusional or not. Well, he wasn't delusional. He was telling the truth. So let's move down here. Oh yeah. I'm sure many can relate to this. Whether it's that you feel it inside yourself and have to live with the idealization every day, or whether it happened around you to a family member or friend. And here we have our picture of Papa Rich, who the Diocese of Camden, New Jersey continues to cover for, along with their other priests. He was the pastor there at the church at that time, and who my father came to see for counseling. I also happen to know it wasn't just vulnerable adults he was involved with. He was involved with children as well, pedophile priests, to both. And the destruction of families and the destruction to the area. There it is. They continue to cover and cover and cover. And they continue to use lots and lots of those people back there who they said themselves are in denial, their money for defense attorneys instead of helping victims. Good old Papa Rich. Was all stolen from me and my little brother. Hey, interesting, listen to that. I hear the church bells going on behind me. Wow. I don't know if you can hear them on the video, but I hear them. Oh, Daddy. You had no life at all, did you? And that's me, with my head full of memories. So, let's move on over to the church.